So we have news regarding the upcoming fusion, and next Wednesday, July the 1st, we're going to have another classic fusion event of a new champion, Haggibah, the Nest Maid. And this is what the champion looks like. We already knew it's going to be a bomb champion from the sneak peek or the teasers. We are not really hyped about that one because we all know bomb champions are kind of lame right now in today's meta, but she looks awesome. The design is amazing. And here you can see the kit of Haggibah the Nest Maid, Forest Affinity HP based champion from the Dark Elves faction. We are literally getting bombed with Dark Elves champions lately. And yeah, so let's talk about it, okay? Blast of Purification attacks one enemy, has a 100% chance if booked of placing HP burn for 2 turns, then places a Perfect Veil buff on this champion for 1 turn, okay? So simple A1 with HP burn and Perfect Veil, nothing crazy here going on. I mean, 100% chance for HP burn on an A1 is okay, it's cool, but nothing really to get super excited about. The A2, Insidious Eruption, okay? A 3-turn cooldown if booked, attacks on enemies, instantly detonates all bomb debuffs and activates 1 tick of all HP burn debuffs on all enemies. Interesting, so an HP burn activation champion as well as a bomb champion. And then also has a 100% chance of placing a leech debuff for 2 turns. Kind of interesting, leech with HP burn activation. Kind of interesting. I don't know about you guys, but I can't really think of anything where this would be super helpful or something that we don't already have in the game somewhere. Or like, I can't think of an area where this would be super helpful. I don't know. A3, Larval Consumption. Also another 3-turn cooldown if booked. Steals all buffs from all enemies. Then has a 100% chance if booked of placing 2 bomb debuffs on all enemies that detonate after 2 turns. Will place bomb debuffs that detonate after 1 turn instead against enemies with no buffs. That makes a lot of sense. If you read the skill, she steals all buffs first. If they don't have any buffs, they get bombs for 1 turn. And then she can activate them with the A2. Kind of interesting, but we all know that bombs are a thing of yesterday because we have Mercurial, right? Mercurial is negating the whole bomb stuff. The only bomb champion that currently works somewhat is Commodus in a deflection set. Other than that, you can't really make use of them. Maybe in lower tiers where people don't run, like full teams of Mercurial and Total Guard. But you kind of have to have a way to strip those Total Guard stacks before you even try to place any bombs, right? So that's kind of like the problem right now with bombs. But before that, bombs were literally dominating. Like, there were still counters to it, but now they got completely pushed out of the meta, right? Let's talk about the passive. This champion is immune to HP burn and bomb debuffs and will not receive any damage from HP burn debuffs. Kind of interesting, right? Immune to HP burn, immune to bomb debuffs. Kind of makes you wonder why. Obviously, we have deflection, right? We have deflection in the game, so if you place bombs and they get deflected, she won't receive them, but then you also didn't place the bombs, right? So that's another counter mechanic against bombs. Let's keep on reading. Whenever an enemy tries to place a stun, freeze, sleep, provoke, fear, true fear, or petrification debuff on this champion, or increase the cooldown of their skills, places a bomb debuff on that enemy that detonates after 1 turn. These debuffs will ignore any block debuffs. So that's actually a very interesting passive. When I read this, I think of, I'm trying to think of a high-end arena situation here, if she would be useful there, and I don't really see it. I don't really see it because if you get locked out, you're locked out. 1 bomb is not going to change anything. Then you have, the Marius Stormcallers. You just get stunned. They have Total Guard anyway, so they won't receive any bomb debuff at all, right? So it's like, I don't know what we are trying to accomplish here, but it's not gonna be a PvP champion. Now, I have to say though, we don't know what's coming in the future. We know that Plarium is looking into the Mercurial set and maybe gonna nerf it, and it's gonna be a shit show because so many people already invested tons of resources into this set. But the problem right now is that it's just too powerful, and it's a free-to-play set basically, because you can get it just by playing the game, and it devalues all the dungeon sets and all the other stuff that we farmed over the year. But that's how it always goes. There's always a new thing that is better than the old stuff. That's kind of the natural power creep. But I feel like this one was a little bit too much, and I think Plarium also acknowledged that, and they know that, and they're gonna change something about it. And that makes me wonder if bombs are coming back at some point. I mean, eventually they will come back, right? There will be something against Total Guard because this can't go on, till forever. So I'm very sure they will change something about it, and that makes me wonder if this champion will be useful then. Now, if we look at the game pre-Mercurial, this would be an absolute insane kid, okay? Insane kid. She would be up there with Commodus, in my opinion. Because if you have the ability to steal all buffs from all enemies before placing bombs, that's kind of crazy. You steal the block debuffs. Obviously, Lightning Cage is there that would protect the block debuffs, but still, you could steal the Stone Skin, steal the block debuffs, and then place the bombs. And then she's immune to HP burn and bomb debuffs, so Gizmek wouldn't be able to burn her Stone Skin down. Commodus wouldn't be able to kill her. She's also Force Affinity, so he can weak hit anyway, but he also wouldn't be able to place bombs. Every time she would get stunned or get her cooldown increased, she would place a bomb, and she would ignore block debuffs with her passive. Kind of a nasty kid, if you ask me, and HP-based. The second HP-based bomb champion that we have in the game, besides Commodus. And yeah, pre-Mercurial, this would have been an absolute insane kit and a must-do fusion, in my opinion. But as of right now, the way that the game shifted with Mercurial, I don't see any use for her at all at the moment, unless they change something, okay? And that's my opinion on it. And I think a lot of people will think the same and feel the same. And I don't even think that she's that good for Faction Wars either, right? Like, where do you want bomb champions? Mostly PvP. Then you have Bommel, right? But we found so many ways to deal with Bommel that, I don't really think that's, it's super necessary to get her. So, like I said, I'm not really hyped about this one, but I'm still gonna do it. And the reason why is I want to collect all the Web of Corruption champions. And if you do that, you will get an additional reward, which is kind of amazing. Let me actually find it real quick. It's somewhere here. Web of Corruption, new badge and gift. So you get a badge and a gift if you manage to collect all 6 legendary champions. Coming as part of Web of Corruption, you'll earn the Banisher of Corruption badge. And then you also get an avatar, some other stuff like basalts and gemstones, and this mythical Covetous Passion relic, which is not bad. So I'm definitely gonna get her. I do have Talenna from the deck. I pulled Varkos. We're gonna have another daily login champion, and then this fusion, right? And a lot of people will probably, change her or like swap her out for something else. I can totally understand why, and it's probably a good time to do it if you want to fuse something else, because yeah, this champion is, seems pretty outdated. Let's say outdated, okay? Pre-Mercurial, insane kid. Now, not so much. But yeah, if you're going for this, badge and you want to collect all these Web of Corruption champions, then you should definitely do the fusion. If not, then it is not is not one you should or have to go for, because you're missing out on something. That's what I'm thinking. But maybe things will change in the future, who knows, and then she will become one of the greatest bomb champions. But yeah, we will see, okay? We will see. Now, there are also a few other news from yesterday. Maybe you all guys already know about that, but let's talk about it. We will get a change for a live arena outside of the seasons. So you will have something like, a win streak, a reward. That means, like, if you win 5 times, I think you can only lose twice. So if you lose twice, the streak is over, the reward is over, and you just get, whatever reward you were able to accomplish. But if you get 5 wins in those 6 fights, I believe, you have to get 5 wins in 6 fights, then you can get these chests right here. It's 5 chests. And in those chests, you will have gemstones. And these gemstones are limited to live arena, right? So those chests right here from, outside of the seasons. And I feel like they kind of want to make us play more live arena, which is kind of crazy. During the season, I'm already playing a lot. And then, now they want to keep us engaged off season as well. But yeah, these are the gemstones, and they will add more, they said. They will add more gemstones as well to it, but they are only obtainable here, okay? And looking at this mythical gemstone, that's already crazy. Increases the chance for the wearer to gain an extra turn from skills by an additional 5%. Only imagine having that on a Sanguine Maria. She will probably get turns all day, okay? Yeah, so it adds another 5%. It's additional, additive. Pretty crazy if you ask me. If you fit like 2 of those in a wand or something, you have additional 10% to get an extra turn. Kind of crazy. I wonder what the other gemstones are doing, but they look promising, and I hope they are good, because otherwise it's not really worth to do this. And I believe that you can only get those mythical gems, or this one mythical gem stone. And I think they're going to add more, but I believe it's only from the red chest if you get a 5 win streak. That's what I believe. That's my assumption, and I think it's accurate. Now, I have to say that I do like that they give us the chance to get more rewards. We got a lot of new relics, but not gemstones, and this is the first time we get new gemstones. And yeah, you can do this pretty much once every day, right? You can do this once every day. As you can see, there's a token, this shield token right there. You can sign up for it, and once you do that, every fight counts. And if you get if you win 3, or let's say you win 1, then you lose 1, then you win another one, and then you lose 1, then it's over, okay? Until you lose 2 times, then it's over. Or if you win 5 times, okay? That's basically how it works. So I like it, but I'm also somebody that enjoys live arena. I know that's not the case for everybody, so let me know your thoughts on this in the comments below, if you like it or not. Then we're gonna have Chimera quick battles. Kind of interesting. I don't know if that's good or not. I mean, it's kind of a time saver, and I guess why not? I'm not gonna use it personally because I always manual my keys to get, the maximum rewards. I want to get those mythical mats. I know not a lot of people are able to do that, but I still think it is something you should do if you play the game seriously and you want to progress. That's definitely one of the main things you should do every week. But I also understand if people just want to save time and can't be asked to do Chimera. I totally understand. And I think for like Titus teams and stuff like that, it does make sense. But in general, I just hope they put more champs in the game so those trials become easier, and then also give more value to those trials because they are really hard to do, and you need specific champions and specific builds and stats and everything to be able to do those trials comfortably. This is probably the hardest content in the game. It is not Faction Wars hard. It is getting the 25 mats plus the basalts every week. Then they're gonna add some player profile visuals. They were talking about backgrounds. I'm not quite sure what to expect there, but I'm all for it. I love like visuals, cosmetics, stuff like that. It just adds more fun to the game. So they say a few will be unlocked by default, others will be earned in events, gifted, and so forth. I hope they won't sell them or stuff like that. I mean, to be honest, I wouldn't really mind. I mean, they could just sell them, I guess. I don't really care about that. But yeah, getting them from events and maybe on like, anniversaries and on Christmas and stuff like that. I can see stuff like that. We get a bunch of avatars here and there, so it wouldn't be out of this world. Now, another interesting part is that the Plarium Play program will be rebalanced or updated, and they say they will reduce the point requirements for the first 3 cards and update the rewards for the 3 that follow. So as you can see, I collected the first and earned Soulseer, so they will probably upgrade those right here. I don't know if that's true or after the soul. I'm not quite sure how this all works because I did spend some money in the game, but not that much, right? I don't have the Soulseer soul. So yeah, maybe you guys in the comments know more about this and that can explain to us what that actually means. I'm not quite sure, but the more interesting part to me is that Soulseer is getting a rebalance. I don't know if she has been rebalanced before, but she's just so bad that she's not really useful anywhere. Sometimes I thought about using her in what's it called, in Chimera, because she has this unique combination of decreased speed and HP burn, which is sometimes exactly what I'm missing. But I also got our base, so she's doing that and a bunch of other stuff as well. She's kind of like the budget version of that. And yeah, she doesn't do a lot. Decreased speed, HP burn. That's about it. I don't know. There's really no place where she's helpful. And I hope they're gonna make this champion amazing. Because right now, she's just sitting in a vault and being completely useless like 90% of the champions, okay? So yeah, I really wish they would, give her a little buff. I wouldn't make her too OP, but let's see. I don't know. I don't know what I would do with her, but we're gonna see. I'm really curious what Plarium is going to come up with. Now the next part is a big one. They're gonna add a 10x chance instead of an 8x chance on the wish list, which is good. It's a little bit better than an 8x, right? But it's not really. I love that we get improvements. It's a small one, but still an improvement, better than before. A lot of people are saying we should get mythicals on the wish list as well, but I don't know if I agree with that. I think there's a lot that comes with it, right? But in general, I think that the chance should be at least 15x, like on progressive events, right? That's what I think. Or like make it stack so it goes to 20% with every legendary you pull, right? That could be something. It starts from 10, then goes up by 1% every time you pull a legendary soul. That is something they could do, right? Like a progressive on souls. But yeah, I'm not going to complain about, improvements. Even if they are that small, it is still good. And I hope they keep improving this because it is a pain to get souls for champions. Then we will have an auto climb on the event dungeon. I don't know about that one. That's kind of weird, but okay. I don't know who asked for that, but I guess maybe for the next one it will be helpful. And then we can also move around team presets. So it's a small update that you can you will probably have an arrow down, arrow up button, and you just can move them up and down just to sort them a little bit. But the next one is something that I like, and they will improve this champion queue from 20 champions at a time to 60, which is cool. I really like that they do this. This is overdue. I've been waiting for this for a very long time. Every time I did like champ train in dungeons or stuff like that, I always felt like, man, this queue needs to be way longer. That's also why we start using RSL help on stuff like that to do, stuff like this to get the champ train going. But one thing that I would really appreciate is if they would add the presets too, right? But because right now, if you use a preset, you can't really use the queue because, let me actually show you. So for example, if we would use Marius here and I would add a queue, then this pops up. If you set up a queue of champions in multi-battle mode, the saved team you selected will no longer function as a saved team. All skill instructions will be ignored and skills will be used according to their default priority. Continue anyway. Okay, so That's something I would love them to change, because for some dungeons you need presets to solo them. And you also want to queue champions, but you can't, okay? So that's kind of like a small quality of life feature that they could introduce to improve this system, and I would really appreciate it, and I think a lot of other people would also appreciate it. But yeah, this is something small that would make our life better. And to be honest, I don't see a reason why this shouldn't be the case, right? And then last but not least, we will be able to hide champions in the minnow that have all masteries maxed already. I guess okay, but nothing big. But yeah, guys, that's about it for this video. All the news, covered the fusion. Let me know in the comments below what you think about the fusion. What is your favorite part of this update? Is there any quality of life feature that you would love to have in the future? Let me know in the comments below. And with that being said, thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed. If you enjoyed, please hit that like button. Also subscribe to the channel. And if you liked this video, YouTube's gonna think that you like this one as well. Take care and see you in the next one.